Hello, I'm Velda McHugh. I'm the course leader for the digital student experience. I work for the Institute for Academic Development, which is a faculty development, you would know it as in the US, or academic development or educational development in some other English speaking countries. And I head up the learning and teaching team there, so I'm interested in all things to do with development of teachers and development of students in higher education. And I particularly enjoy teaching online, so I was really excited to get to develop this course.
I'm Christine Sinclair, and I used to work in a similar line as Velda does, and decided to become a student to find out what it was like to be an online student, and here I am 10 years later. I've always been very interested in the student experience, as that shows. So I'm delighted to have an opportunity to work with Velda, and we've done this once before, and really looking forward to the semester.
Indeed.
Velda, perhaps you could say a little bit about the thinking behind the course.
Sure, so this course came about initially from me chatting with Shan Bain, who at the time was the programme leader in the MSc. And I was really interested particularly in the student experience then, how students saw their own learning from their own perspectives. And Shan, of course, has such a strong interest in online learning. So we started to talk about how there might be a bit of a gap in the literature and in the teaching on this and other programmes in terms of thinking about what the student experience is like online, what's distinctive about that, what's interesting about that, how we could play to the particular strengths of online environments to enhance the student experience. So that was the starting point, with Shan and I kicking some ideas about. And then it occurred to us that this is something that Christine was bound to be really interested in. So we got in touch with Christine and see if she wanted to join us and work together to develop the first iteration of the course. So Christine, I was wondering if you wanted to tell the students a little bit about the structure of the course. I thought that might help folk to get oriented.
Okay, so we've got 3 parts to this course. We're looking at the individual student, the situated student, and then we have a third part which is perhaps something a bit new for some people, the idea of the student as an assemblage, and that's working with technology and other material things. So the individual student is perhaps where the study skills often come in to help an individual, particularly at times of transition. The situated student recognises that we're always learning within a context, and you've written some really good stuff on ways of thinking and practicing, which I particularly am excited about. And the third is the more perhaps postmodern view of students, as all of us network together with technology, working with technology, and we can't separate these things out. You're particularly looking after that strand, so you might want to add to that. But
yeah, I'm really looking forward to that strand, because this was new thinking for me the first time that we taught the course, and I found some of the readings quite challenging but very exciting. And since then I've just begun to use a little bit of these ideas in my own work, actually looking at how teachers and technologies might network together to create new student experiences. That's been some of my most recent work, so I think we're going to have a lot of fun in block 3 of the course as well.
So don't be too frightened. So Velda, how are we going to teach all this?
Okay, so we're doing something a bit different for the teaching of this course. You probably realised that already if you've started to have a look at the course site. We're going to do our learning together out in public on WordPress, and we can think a little bit about how public we want to be. Everybody in the world can see what we're doing, everybody in the world can comment, but how many people see it will probably depend on how many people we encourage to have a look. So that's something we might want to reflect on as the course goes on. But it's the idea of us working together on the student experience in a very public, networked, Web 2 kind of a space, so that we can explore something a bit different about the student experience through our own learning, as well as reading about the student experience. And what we'll do as well is give you all quite a lot of ownership of the course, because you've got really excellent, interesting experience to bring, and certainly that's what made the last iteration of the course work really well. So after the first few weeks, what we'll do is we'll hand over the main blog that we work in to pairs of students, and every week a different pair of students will do the main blog that we are going to all comment on and work around. We'll also give you some readings to do, and there'll be some activities to do every week, which again will be done out in public. The first one will be a very simple, just reflecting on a transition experience of your own, but we'll try out lots of different things to help you think about the digital student experience. And the one thing that we'll do that will be private is we're going to have some Google Hangouts during the course that you can sign up for. We have 4 during the course, and it'll just give you a bit of a chance to talk with one another and talk with us about what you're learning and any questions that you might have about the course that you've not been able to raise. So that's the plan for the teaching. It was a lot of fun last time, so we hope it's going to work well again.
Indeed we are, and one of the things that I would hope for is, because I've seen who's coming on the course, I know we have a lot of very creative people coming, and so I'm hoping that it's not just us that are experimenting with a new way. This is a new thing for us, doing a video, but the students will be experimenting as well. So by Christmas we'll all have tried something new, we'll all be doing different things and learning more things about the digital student experience because of that.
Yeah, I think that'd be absolutely ideal, and one of the things that was great fun about this course last time was the students brought so many different ideas and perspectives and good thinking and good critical reflection. So if we can all work together to work out these ideas and work together to try out new technologies, new student experiences, then we'll just have a really interesting creative time where all of us will learn a lot, definitely me included. I learned a lot the last time, so I'm really looking forward to that.
So have a look at the handbook and the site. The first blog gives you quite a lot of information. You can't break anything, so don't worry. If you think you might have, get in touch and we can usually fix it, or we can get help. But you're very, very welcome to the course. We're really excited to be working with you. And I'll hand over to Velda to finish off.
Yeah, just to echo what Christine says, sometimes because the environment's a little bit new, it takes a little bit of time just to get used to, so it's really worth a little bit of time just at the beginning to dig through a handbook. I know handbooks are boring, but honestly it's worth it. And just look around the site and orient yourselves, and then you'll be able to feel much more comfortable, and we'll be here to support you. And other than that, just to say welcome as well. It's going to be really great to work with you all.